There we go. Hi everybody, good afternoon. Welcome to the Alchemy of Motherhood. If this is your first time here, it's great to have you here. I am somehow not really seeing who's on here because I'm on Zoom. Anyway, I'd like to welcome you to the group. My name is Alexia Vlahos-Golokasides, and just give me a sec here. I want to try and see if I can see your comments and everything. Nope, not that one. Hold on a second, guys. Bear with me, please. I'm just trying to get into the right group here. Okay, that's the right group. So I want to be on here so I can see who's watching and okay. So hi Sarah, great that I can see you on here. Thanks for joining. So I'm Alexia Vlahos-Golokasides, and I'm a transformational coach for moms. And I help moms to navigate their path as, hi Eleni, I help moms to navigate their path as they take the steps from living an ordinary, very hypnotic trance, okay, numb in a way, to living an extraordinary, awakened and beautiful experience as a mom. And I call this the alchemy of motherhood, okay, because there's sort of like a secret process that happens where moms get to live this extraordinary life, okay? But I'm not going to go into that right now. Today, I want to share with you how moms are being called to becoming heart operational and how you can do that as well. All right. Now, there's two types of mindsets that we have, okay? We have the, hey babe, we have the heart mindset, and we have the mindset, the normal mindset, okay? Now, it's important that you know the difference between the two so that you can know which one you're engaging with, so that you know where you're operating from and why you're having the results you're having in your life right now. Hi, Abby Rose, nice to have you. So I'll break it down for you as simply as I can in this short training. So your mindset, which is your mind set, I break up those two words, mindset, because set holds all the sets of programs that you have been conditioned to hold, okay? So it's a set of programs, it's a set of conditioning that you have picked up from the time you were born up until now, all right? And all those programs are running in the background. So whenever you have a decision to make, whenever you have something to process, whenever you're having a meltdown or a thing going on with your kids, your programming is deciding how you will react to that. Your programming is deciding how you're going to respond. And your programming is deciding whether you're going to go into fight or flight or freeze mode. Okay, so all of this is actually set in your amazing design as a human being, and it's not hardwired. I want you to know that it's not hardwired. We can change these things. So that's incredible. It's an incredible thing to know, because if there's something about yourself that you're doing, a habit or a pattern that you're not happy with, you know that you can change that, okay? Nothing is hardwired in your neurology, okay? So the mindset, the programs that are running in the background are actually running 95% of your life. So like I said, decisions that you get to make, choices, responses that you have, the way you experience your life around you is actually 95% controlled, or I can say dictated by your mindset, okay? So that actually tells you that you're not really in much of a control of your life, okay? Unless you're consciously and actively taking steps and making conscious shifts on the inside in your programming on the subconscious level to change those programs, okay? So the programs I'm talking about are how you satisfy your needs. I did a training on needs couple of weeks ago. You can actually find that, pick that up in the group. Your values, your core values as a human being, and the values that you pick up, the values that you are running, are also things that you have been programmed to have, things that you value. Okay, if you take a thief from the street, that person does not have the same values as you do. Okay, you might value honesty and morality. That thief does not value things like that because he has been taught differently. He values perhaps survival, or perhaps I don't know, the excitement of being on the street. I don't know. Okay, so you can see how each and every person has different set of values, and those values. Hi, Brita, thanks for joining. And those values actually channel and highly control everything in our lives. Okay, so sorry to tell you this, guys, but you're 95% not in control of your life. Okay, but that can change. Okay, so everything that's in your programming is also exposed to holograms. Now, holograms are the lies that we have been injected with, if I can say that. Motherhood has been injected with many lies. Okay, and it's a bit of a heavy subject to go into right now, but I'll just quickly lightly go on it. The lies about how mothers have to do it all. The lies about how mothers, well, that's actually changing the paradigm, how mothers need to be the be all and the end all in the home. I mean, like taking care of everything, including the kids, the husband, and forgetting themselves. Okay, how you have to sacrifice when you're a mom. This is old story. These are holograms and old. There's also other stuff like menstrual pain. Okay, these are hallucinations. We have been taught and taken on these things for our bodies, that moms, the women, have to go through a cycle, a painful cycle during the menstrual period. And we have also been taught that that is strongly controlled by the moon. Okay, these are all hallucinations, holograms, and they are lies, guys. I can go deeper into this conversation with anybody who's interested. Just send me a message and I can go deeper into that with you. Just today is not the time and place for me to do that. And if you guys are interested, I can do that in a different training. Okay, but just know that the holograms of pain, the holograms of darkness, the holograms of evil, okay, they're lies. They're lies. They have been injected into the motherhood paradigms by other energies. I'll just leave you with that. Okay, so let's go into the Heartset. The Heartset is actually where all the incredible magic happens. The Heartset is what I call the heart mind, and it is coded with all the truths that and the wisdom that you have and ever will need for all of time. Okay, I want you to just take that in. Okay, your heart set. So the set of codes that are running inside of your heart have all the wisdom, have all the truths that you have ever needed and will ever need for all of time. Okay, and it's got nothing to do with your mind. It's got nothing to do about intellect or mental part of us. It's got everything to do with your heart's energy and your heart's codes. Okay, this might be the first time you're hearing about the codes of the heart, and that's okay. Just take it on and just allow this information to, you just be open to this information. Okay, that's all I ask of you, just to be open to it. I'm just setting a container of trust and safety right here, because this is my calling. This is what I need to share with you guys. Okay, and it's an honor to be able to do that. So you are actually equipped with everything you ever need inside of your heart codes. Okay, so that's an incredible thing to know. Absolutely incredible. You have heart seeds, which are actually the desires of your life. They are inside of your heart and they contain your soul's essence. Everybody has different desires. Everybody has a different calling. Everybody has their own purpose. And you may or may not have discovered what your purpose is in life, and that's okay. but it's there, okay? And it doesn't have to be an incredible purpose, something really, you know, of a huge magnitude. No, it could be to be an incredible mom to your kids. That could be your purpose. Whatever is in your heart seeds, that is what you need to follow, okay? The desires of your heart. And um, they're very often not material desires, okay? Although it's not bad to have materialistic desires, but it's important to follow your heart's desires first so that you can be okay with having the material desires and not be pulled into ego and into thoughts of scarcity, okay? So, the heart seeds. The heart seeds, when you activate your heart codes, okay, your unique heart codes, once they get activated, you are able to connect and have access to an incredibly divine and abundant space from inside. This is where all your resources are, and this is all you'll ever need. Okay, and actually, the new paradigm of life, where we're going into right now, where the new earth is being built on, the higher consciousness, the super consciousness. This is what's going to be required for us to be able to function and thrive. Okay, I'm not saying function and survive, I'm saying function and thrive. Okay, because this is your birthright. You have a birthright to thrive. You are not here on this planet to merely survive and, you know, struggle. Okay, so I just want you to, I'm dropping seeds into your heart right now so that you guys can begin to take these on for yourselves and begin shifting. Okay, it's important because of the after coronavirus paradigm that we're going to be put into. Coronavirus is, this is just the beginning. Okay, we are in for the long haul. We do not know how long this thing is going to take, and there's going to be more similar shake-ups in our lives on the planet. Okay, and we got to be ready for those. We got to be ready for those for our families. Okay, and this is how you get ready. You prepare your heart. You become heart operational, because when you stay in the mind, you're just going to go crazy. You're absolutely just going to go crazy. Okay. Let me know if this stuff is resonating with you guys. Let me know if you are getting me. Let me know if it's landing for you, and I can just, you know, carry on here. So we experience, when the heart is activated, okay, we experience truths and contrasts as well at the same time. The contrasts are happening when you are confronted with the things that you really want and the reality of what's in your life, the things that you don't want. Okay, so the things that are no longer serving you, it creates a contrast. Okay, so when you become activated, your heart begins to take charge over your life. The contrasts come up even stronger, and then you begin to take the steps to let go of the things that are no longer serving you, which by doing that, you come into alignment with your heart's desires, with your heart seeds, and they become more, well, you bring them into your life easier and with more ease and grace and flow, okay, without the painful stress of the mind, all right, the ego pulling you back, and that polarized experience, you know, the pull. We do have polarities in our lives, but when you neutralize those through the heart, you discharge, you know, you take the charge away from those polarities, and you're able to make decisions with confidence. Okay, I hope this is making sense for you. So the contrast, okay, when you start letting go of the things that are no longer serving you in your life, you come into alignment with your true desires and with your soul's essence. Okay, so the more you nurture the connection inside of your heart, the activated heart, I keep saying activated because your heart needs to be activated, awakened by an activator, by the way. So the less triggered, the more you connect to the activated heart and live through that, the less triggered you will be over things that used to cause you pain and struggle, and to get triggered even more. Okay, so what happens is the activated heart raises your frequency. And your heart creates new neural pathways in your mind and in your body to support your life that is switching from where it is now to a super consciousness-based living. Okay, so that's incredible. So your heart is actually creating the new neural pathways that you need in your mind and in your body, not the other way around. Okay, I've said this before on previous trainings that the heart, and Rita will agree with me. Rita, you probably have the right statistics for this numbers, but the heart has a much more powerful magnetic field, electromagnetic field, than the mind does. This is new research that has been available to us now. So we have more power in our hearts. The heart has a higher reach, has a further reach than the mind does. Okay, so the brain does. So just something for you to ponder on. Okay, so when your heart frequency rises and you raise your vibration in your body, you shift and you create new neural pathways. You create new thought patterns, new habits, okay? And you begin to live from that divine space. It goes without saying that you always have a choice to follow your heart's guidance or not, okay? You can ignore it as well because God has blessed us with free will. And that is why we're supposedly the intelligent species on this planet, at least, okay? But when you choose to ignore your heart, you just know that it just makes the journey that much harder. Okay, you will have to go through the struggle in the mind, the ego. Okay, and you don't need to do that to be in flow. The flow comes through surrendering and through following your heart. Okay, so you don't need to have things getting harder and harder and because of the way the earth is shifting now, because of the way everything is changing, nothing is going to go back to where it was. Okay, so please, I hope you're not telling yourself a lie or a story about things going back to normal, because there's not going to be an old normal. There's going to be a new normal, and we need to upgrade to be able to thrive in that new normal. Okay, and I know you in this group because you want to thrive. So that is why I'm sharing all this information with you, because you have to know that there's certain things that are required to happen for you to thrive. It's not possible that we go from an old world, from an old paradigm, old stories, and expect to live an incredible life in a new set of rules. Okay, so just imagine there's a puzzle. So you are now in the old paradigm. We were a square puzzle. Imagine it like that. The earth, everything we were living was a square puzzle. Okay, and now the earth is changing into a round puzzle. Just imagine this. Okay, and it's like saying that we're going to take the pieces of the square puzzle to fit them into the round puzzle. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. We have to adopt new tools. We have to adopt new ways of thinking. We have to adopt new ways of being in ourselves, with our children, in our families, and with the environments around us, if we have any hopes of surviving in that new puzzle. Okay, so I hope this is landing for you guys. Okay, a long time ago I chose a path that began with mindset work. Okay, my heart led me to that path, and I chose that, and I followed that path. And you know, my heart always knew that I would be where I am today, and it showed me the exact steps I needed to take, and I followed those steps. Sometimes it was hard and scary because I was always challenging my mind, my ego, you know, to create new neural pathways, new thoughts, new patterns. And that sometimes is hard to do, especially when you are set, very heavy set in the conditioning, you know, the 95%. Okay. But thank goodness, I love to learn new things. I love change. I love being a bit of a rebel. Okay. So I like to take myself on. And I did the scary things, and I still do. I do the hard and scary things. I became a life coach, which added incredible tools to my belt and enhanced what I always knew was in my heart, actually. I had been coaching people long before I became a life coach, but I didn't even know it. So it's incredible to be on this path. But then I'm just sharing a little bit about my life so that I can, so you can get a bit of a background as well. The challenges that came to me as a mom opened me up even more, even more. They didn't pull me back. They opened me up even more on a deeper path of working through my heart. Okay, and now I get to live and lead through my heart's infinite portal, because it is an infinite portal, guys. Everything is in there. You're connected to God. You're connected to your creator, whoever that is, through the heart. Okay, when you are a little embryo, just at the time of conception, the first thing that gets to come alive is your heart. And I always find this fascinating. And I know, we all know, and it's been said, that the heart is where the light is. Okay, so that is where the light started. That is where the spark began. Okay, your fire. Okay, so that is where we have to go if we're gonna, bring this fire out and help us and evolve and grow. Okay, so the challenges I experienced as a mom opened me up even more, and I get to live now in this incredibly divine space and lead my family and my spiritually conscious business. Okay, and my clients, of course. So going to my clients now, my incredible awakened clients, they followed their hearts as well by joining this community. They are locked into the incredible experience of living through their heart. Okay, and they're getting amazing coaching, and they're getting community support, and they're getting all the tools that are involved with the activated heart. I just want to say that this is not regular coaching. Okay, this is not really regular coaching. It's coaching plus 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 plus. Okay, it's plus plus plus. So anyway, they're getting a whole bunch of more stuff, which is ultimately guiding them to being holistically aligned, not with ambitious ego-based programs. Okay, it's everything is designed through the heart. So this is how moms are meant to live. This is how moms are meant to lead. Okay, we have been living in a lie for most of our lives. The holograms. That little hologram when you see the screen, right? It's all a lie. And the holograms, the old stories, the old paradigms need to fall away. They must fall away. Okay, moms are awakening to the truth now more than ever, because they know the cost of not living through their authentic heart and what that means for their children. Okay, the cost is heavy, the cost is dark, scary, and it holds scarcity and lack and a future that they don't want for their children. So this is what moms are choosing. They're choosing this path now, the path of the heart operational path. And I want to ask you, what are you choosing? What are you choosing today? What path are you choosing today? Because whatever choices you make today, moment by moment, are actually building your tomorrow. And it's got nothing to do with the coronavirus. Okay, you can still function in a coronavirus. We all are. Okay, but it's how you get to function, how you get to be, and how you get to show up for your kids and your family and for yourself. So I want to invite you, if somebody is feeling like they need to go deeper, if you want to know more about how this incredible way of living works, I can take you through a step-by-step process so that you can experience that. Send me a message. Let me know what landed for you. I would love to know how you are taking in this information and if it's landing for you. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Are you leading a heart-led life? Are you experiencing, how are you experiencing the crazy moments at home with your kids? How are you managing those? How are you handling those? Are you being kind to yourself and to your children? Are you being compassionate? Are you being, are you laying on the self-care? Are you surrendering to the what is, to the as is? Are you surrendering your control on everything? Are you allowing flexibility in your program? Are you allowing the kids to leave you every day to show you what they need to show you so that you can really, do the work? Because that's what our kids do. They reflect back to us what it is we need to be working on, moment by moment. Okay? So this is what I have for you today, guys. I hope it supported you. Excuse me. I hope it supported you, and I really, really would like to hear your comments and what your takeaways are. Please connect with me, and please don't ignore your hearts. Listen to your heart, and just try and see the difference between your heart, mind, and your mindset, and which one's actually speaking louder to you. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you for being here, and I love you, and I will see you same time next week. Okay. Ciao, ciao.